Here's what you need to know before you dive into B4. Just like B2 and B3, this lesson involves plugging numbers in for variables and solving, except this time our expressions will be fractions and need to be in their simplest form. Let's look at some examples. In this question, we need to solve for when a equals 3, so wherever we see an a, we can substitute a 3 in parentheses. When we do that, we end up with -3 plus 9 over 3 minus 2. And to solve, we can start with the numerator. -3 plus 9 is 6, and 3 minus 2 is 1, which gives us a fraction of 6 over 1. And because 6 divided by 1 is 6, this fraction simplifies to just 6. Next, we have to substitute 5 for d. That gives us -5 plus 9 over 5 minus 10. If we start with the numerator, -5 plus 9 equals 4, and 5 minus 10 equals -5. And since between the numerator and the denominator there's one negative, that means our whole fraction is negative, so our answer is -4/5. Next, we have to plug in 10 for z. When we do that, we end up with -10 plus 9 over 10 minus 4. When we start with the numerator, -10 plus 9 gives us -1. Next, 10 minus 4 gives us 6. And because there's only one negative between the numerator and the denominator, our whole answer is a -1/6. Next, how can you support this channel to continue making videos? Well, it's pretty easy. You just need to like, subscribe, and share with a friend. Next, we need to plug in -2 for x. When I do that, I notice my numerator has a minus negative. If I go ahead and change that to a plus sign, I now have +2 minus 8. Well, 2 minus 8 gives me -6. Then on the denominator, I have -2 minus 6, which gives me -8. Now notice we have two negative signs. Those cancel out to make the whole fraction positive. And while it may appear that we're done and our answer is 6/8, 6/8 actually can simplify because they have a common factor of 2. So if we divide both the numerator and the denominator by 2, we end up with 3/4. Next, we need to plug in 1 for u. When we try and solve the numerator, we have 1 minus 5, which gives us -4. For the denominator, we have 6 times 1, which is 6, minus 5 gives us 1. And -4 over 1 is the same as -4. Next, we need to plug in -1 for y. When we solve the numerator, we end up with 10 times -1, which gives us -10. And in the denominator, we have -1 minus 8, which gives us -9. Since we have a negative numerator and a negative denominator, they cancel out, making a positive 10/9. Next, we need to plug in -1 for b. When we solve the numerator, we have -1 minus 2, which gives us -3. Then for the denominator, we have -1, which turns into a +1. So we have 1 plus 5 to give us 6. So that gives us -3/6. But since 3 and 6 have a common factor of 3, we can divide both the top and the bottom by 3 to get -1/2. Next, we need to plug in -4 for b and -1 for c. When solving for the numerator, 10 times -1 gives us -10. And then for the denominator, minus -4 turns into +4, and 6 times -1 is -6. That gives us -10 over 4 minus 6. 4 minus 6 actually gives us -2, so now we have -10 over -2. Since both the numerator and the denominator are negative, they cancel out, so now we have a +10 over 2. And since 10 divided by 2 is 5, our final answer is 5. Well, that's all I've got for this lesson. If you want to see more content just like this, check out the Algebra 1 IXL playlist right here. This is Mr. Leo with Epic Math. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.